So all of us, beginning advanced programmers alike, make mistakes when we write code. And one of the tools we have for diagnosing our mistakes and trying to fix them and to address the problem is something called a debugger. And so what I'd like to do is exercise the debugger a little bit here, have our program stop, and we can walk through the execution of the code, actually step by step, and see what the computer's doing on each line. So we have in front of us some code that does multiplication by repeated addition. So the idea is to compute 8 times 3. We do it by adding 8 3 times to an accumulated answer and then printing that out. So if I run this, I get 24, which is the right answer. So this code doesn't have a problem yet, but we can fix that. We can introduce a problem. But how do we get the debugger to work? So what I'd like you to do, Adam, if you would, is double-click right there. Okay, so that little blue dot that shows up in the column, it's hard to see, is indicating that's where we'd like the program to stop. Now normally when we run something, we've done this, we've gone to run as a Java app, but instead we're going to do debug as. This will run the code under debugger instead of executing it. And when we do that, Eclipse takes over, runs our application, and then stops execution at the line you see highlighted there. And actually this is the wrong thing that it's running, so let me stop that. Let's try this again. Debug as. Why is it doing this? Let me close this. So it's running entirely the wrong method. Okay, so now it stopped in our program at the place where you had double-clicked that little blue dot, right? And what we see, let me rearrange this a little bit. I can move this up here. And let's move this down here. And what I really want to see are these variables. So I'm going to move that over here. Okay, so we're poised, about to execute the highlighted statement where it says int a equal 3. Okay, there's several buttons available that are up here, and if I mouse over them, this one would step into a method call, which is something we'll want to do eventually. This one steps over the line that we're currently pointed to. So if we want to execute the current line, you would simply click that button. So click the step over line and let's see what happens. Okay, so you can see in the code display here that we went one statement down, and also you can see over here the variable a has been created with the value 3. So what assignment statement caused that to happen?